Live. Hello, everybody. We don't have a subject. We don't have any idea what we're doing. Is this really different than any other day? I mean, incompetence. Thy name is, well, actually Biden. But first of all, a word from our sponsor, Goidcoin. If you don't get Goidcoin, Afghans are coming for you. Just accept it. Goidcoin is the only thing that can keep you going. Save yourself. Goidcoin.
Come on, man. If you're not buying Goidcoin, then you're just a dog paced funny soldier. It's international pressure.
This is a perfectly valid statement. I cannot disagree with you whatsoever. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Buy Goldcoin. Right.
Bada go coin.
So,
speaking of which, Jensen,
yeah.
what the people want to know what flavor of ice cream are you eating?
Apparently, you guys know it as a fruit split. Over here, we call it a mivvy. Yes, it is raspberry and vanilla cream in the middle. So technically, I have a large purple thing going in my throat and filling it with cream.
That's
Too much information, right?
disturbingly kinky, and I don't know how I feel about it. That's a thing.
It is, isn't it?
That's one way to start the show, I suppose.
Hey, it's not like YouTube can have a go at us now. We're talking about homosexuality. How dare they stand against us?
We're being inclusive.
Exactly.
Although, to be fair, you're never going to get on OnlyFans that way, Jensen. This is not going to happen. You missed the boat.
Talking about that, you're the expert more than I will ever be. What the hell is going on, man? Do you really think they're trying to sell it and that's why they're doing this?
It's either they're trying to sell it, they're trying to get investors so they can sell it, or this is my personal opinion. I think they're trying to avoid lawsuits. I really think that's what this is about.
Okay, makes sense.
And
Right,
that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. It's not like I have insider information about this or anything. I'm not saying that hyperbolically. I'm being serious. I don't know. But this sounds like someone might have been threatened with a lawsuit at some point in time and they're trying to distance themselves. Just a guess, shot in the dark. But
I feel the urge to go into a song there, but I know that only gets banned.
Would you like to go into song?
No, right then. So basically, the thoughts are losing money. Oh no, how will I cope? My heart is bleeding purple piss at such a thing.
I can't make a few 100,000 or a few $1,000,000 per month by showing myself to the world with no shame whatsoever. Yet no one cares. You made a bunch of money for being attractive and not having any shame. Congratulations. I have no sympathy. So sorry. Take some of that money and go start your own website. I'm pretty sure you've already built a brand at this point in time.
Yeah. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to clip what Doku just said about sending pictures of himself, you're welcome to. It's kind of funny.
Why are you giving them ideas?
Someone's got to do the thinking for them.
Oh, now we're insulting the audience as well.
What audience? It's us. There's no other bugger here. I might as well. Don't think, quite simply, I don't think they were expecting it. In all fairness, I don't blame them. You'll probably find that within about 10 minutes, people will start turning up sort of they're streaming. So yeah, I'm getting in all of the bitchy little comments that apparently I do, which is quite interesting.
Somebody's gonna come watch this like after the fact and see that and like, oh yeah, maybe I actually will clip that. And to whoever that person is, don't clip that.
Clip it. Do it.
Don't clip it. Stop. Stop.
What?
I'll send the Tau after you.
I'm not having no fucking blueberries. Fuck off. Actually, talking about that, let's face it, it's bullshit stream, so therefore I can talk whatever the fuck I want to feel about. I got me a few bits more. I've actually finally, I managed to finish off my Necron army. You'd be surprised how good it feels finishing the bloody army.
It's actually a shame OnlyFans doesn't allow explicit content because I'm sure the rest of the world would like to know how good it feels as well.
And you are allowed to cut me groaning as well. I really don't mind, but it feels good. There you go. I'm happy embarrassing myself, mate. It doesn't worry me in the slightest.
Oh, I have no shame. I'm not complaining.
I know. I've seen the thong. Just don't talk about it.
Oh, you thought it was a thong?
Oh my god, that means you're not shaved down there. Oh, gross.
I'm not gonna say I might or might not have spent some time in the wilderness, but it happens.
Dude, I don't want to break you, but there were lobsters hanging off the hairs. I don't know about crabs, but you had lobsters. Deal with it.
Well, they were actually Amazonian fire ants, but yeah.
That explains a few things. Okay, all right.
Well, when we say shit happens, there is nuance.
Ow. That's horrifically painful as a concept. Fire ants and shit. My imagination, unfortunately, is going in places you really just don't want to think about. And God, that sounds uncomfortable, I've got to say.
Welcome to the jungle. We have fun in games.
And we're back to singing. Okay.
See, this is what happens when we have, no pun intended, bullshit streams.
Yes, again, it fits in quite nicely now I think about it. Never didn't actually occur to me, but you have a point there. Yeah. All right. So, MC stream, come on. What did you think, honestly? His comments were, well, let's just say the stories he picked were perfect. I can't actually argue with them. They were funny, especially the one about, I don't know whether to say the Taliban or Penoids, and his women's rights thing. I'll let you pick which one we say. Both are pretty accurate.
Why are you leaving it up to me?
Because it's really funny knowing that you're going to use the term that we're going to continue with from now on. And you know that, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You could take the coward's route if you wish, and that way you could be just like Harpine, and you could say the Taliban. Or you could take the sadistic route and say it's, Penoids. Which one do you want to be?
That's
No,
not even
asshole.
that's not even a choice.
No, it's not, is it?
It's just you being a dick.
Yes, it is.
To be fair, it was an amusing stream, and I was much more composed.
Yeah, after yesterday's, you got a little bit. How am I going to put this? You got a little bit emotional, didn't you?
Yeah, just a bit, just a teensy weensy little bit.
I barely noticed, I have to say, it being such a quiet stream that nobody ever says anything bad about people on. Do you think anyone's actually going to believe any of the crap that we're saying, by the way?
Maybe.
If you do, I do have a bridge for sale. You just let me know. I'm more than happy to sell it on to you. And we don't accept Dogecoin. Not for the bridge.
Oh, well, we're going to have to expand Dogecoin then.
Exactly. I did check, I spoke to our sponsors, but no, they don't actually accept the sale of bridges. Cities, countries like Afghanistan, lots of weapons, also like Afghanistan. Oh, actually, good point. Anyway, yes. I shouldn't really be saying that, should I? I'm just going to get in trouble. Oh, no, I don't care.
How are we not already in trouble?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Things we have said on both this and MC Stream, they shouldn't, get us banned. They should just send people around and shoot us. But no, we're not the problem, it seems.
I
Try harder.
maybe we're in like the dark pool of YouTube now. Someone somewhere was just like, I don't even want to. I'm not even going to strike this. I never want to have to manually review it. Just put it into the corner where it can just fester and never be seen.
I'm about to get really bad. This is your one chance to say stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You didn't say it. So you're telling me you like being in the dark corner. Is that right? You like to fit into the darkness.
Oh no.
This is what you're telling me, isn't it, mate?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good choice. Yeah. Anyway. So, we have nothing to talk about and no buggers listening. Now what?
See, that's the more worrisome part is no one's listening and we have nothing to talk about. So this will become a well, this actually might get us banned talking about whatever we usually do.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I mean, right, personal opinion, I actually think we should keep politics down to a minimum purely for the simple fact that that is what all we talk about on the other streams. Are you okay with that?
What are politics?
I have no idea, but apparently it's multi-use ticks, polyticks. There you go.
And how many of them do I have to put on a? We can't even use an Imperial shuttle for that. That'd be a 1980s horror movie.
That is actually a disturbing image. I've just got to say. I mean, technically, you could always ram a wooden spike through, and that way it'd be politics on a stick. But that's just a obscure little concept.
That's just punny.
Thank you. I like puns. I'm good at puns. Hell, if it wasn't for my puns, you'd have to suffer, Batman's puns. And let's be fair, yeah, he can do some puns. I've got to say they are funny though. They're so bad they're good. Come on.
They are, but they also might or might not crack my teeth.
What, the grimacing of agony as he does his jokes? I don't know what you're talking about. He does good jokes. He's northern. They probably think that is funny. That's the problem. I'm allowed to say this, I'm British.
He does good jokes if you think, you know what? No, I'm not even going to. No, I'm not even going to go down that road. Never mind. I know how to. Unlike some Northerners, actually do know how to drive a stick shift and put it into manual while I'm still moving.
Yeah, but in all fairness, if you can do it properly, you got to have a gun rack attached to the car. That's when you're doing it right.
I thought that was called Tuesday.
Okay, just checking. I mean, I have actually seen pictures of bicycles with gun racks.
Did you forget I was American?
Good point. Yeah. Yeah, true. No, all right, fair point. No, but seriously, dude, a push bike with a gun rack. I mean, is it me or is that just totally awesome as a concept? And by the way, did you like my idea about the punt gun for dealing with criminals?
It would be effective.
That was actually what I was trying to put across. I mean, MC is sitting here saying that, the gun's ridiculous. No, it's not. You pull that out, and 99.9% of criminals are going to go, holy crap, what is that? Which gives you time to put it on your mate's shoulder and turn them into so much red smear. Because that pretty much describes exactly what happens when that gun goes off. Everything in front of it is turned into red mist, and you don't bother looking for, your food. You just scoop it up using a spatula.
Well, you don't even have to worry about that. If you saw someone pull something out like that and go, okay, yeah, just hold still. No, no, did that's not even a gun at that point in time. That's a legit cannon, and bitches
Yeah.
love cannons.
You know, Actually, as you're American, this is technically politics, so I don't give a shit anymore. I've given up caring. Would that gun be legal under the Second Amendment? Especially with the way that they're bitching that you're not allowed automatic weapons. Well, that's about as not automatic as you get.
And yes, it would be technically it would be legal. It is flintlock. It's
Yeah.
not even semi-automatic. It is flintlock. And yeah, it wait, it's a muzzle loader as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
everything that about the weapons of like the 17, 1800s come to part in that gun.
Well, there you go. It's a flintlock muzzle loader.
So what you do is you get four of them, mount them onto a turret on top of your car, and you drive down the street, vaporizing everything in front of you. What do you think?
Well, we do like trucks.
This is true. Oh my god! Could you imagine four of those on an anti-aircraft turret system on the back of a what was it? A Bigfoot 4x4.
Are you talking about if you had a crank mount where you can just yeah,
We have
just
someone.
turn it? Yeah,
Yeah.
just turn it around. Like, look at a Ram 3500. With some of the suspension you'll see around here. Yep, but you can mount one of those on a Ram 3500, no problem.
Yeah. No. Screw. I mean, what's one? I've told you. I want four. I want two racks of two. If you're going to do it properly, dude. I like the idea of when I go bang, the entire car moves sideways. Okay.
Jensen,
Yes.
Ram 3500, double tires with a suspension that lifts the truck up higher than my head is.
Okay. All right.
And
I can't
we're
really argue there.
we're gonna stop at 4. Why not 8?
Well, no. I mean, look, I know we're not allowed to turn it into a fully automatic weapon, which I still think would be awesome. Can you imagine 6 of that all attached together being fired like a minigun? I mean, come on. That is what you call serious. Actually, that's pretty much the Avenger. Let's be fair.
I mean,
Yes.
I guess technically it's semi-automatic. Technically, well, no, actually, no. I take that back. It doesn't qualify as semi-automatic. It's more
No.
of they're all individual.
Yes.
So point, bang, point, bang, point, bang. It's oh, what's the name of that one fucking gun?
I have no idea.
Picket gun?
I know the picket gun.
Yeah, it's similar concept.
Yeah, but let's be completely fair, dude. Once you fire the punt gun more than twice, anything in its arc of fire, if it's not dead, it's got too much armor for you to give a damn about. Let's be honest, doesn't it?
That's why we drive the truck into it.
Oh my god, you're talking about ramming Spike on the front of the truck.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, that's only because I said it. You just thought of the idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Ramming Spike on. Yes. So let's get away from that mental idea because my god, that would be so awesome. I mean, do you remember a computer game by the name of Twisted Metal?
Computer. I believe that was PlayStation, actually.
It may well have been. Twisted Metal, Bigfoot 4x4, turret mounted 4 punt guns, and a ramming spike. That is gagging to be used in that game now, isn't it?
To be fair, what flavor of ice cream do you prefer?
Yeah, no, that dude weren't right. Come on. Okay.
You
Don't get me
know,
wrong.
you know that was the best car in the game. Damn it!
Yeah. In all honesty, I do want to know how the dude on the bike is supposed to survive. But hey, let's let's not bother trying to explain logic or anything like that. Because let's be fair, there were people with borderline artillery pieces, and somehow a bike is supposed to deal with this. Really?
Borderline,
Hmm.
borderline artillery pieces. I'm pretty sure there was a El Camino with an actual mortar in the fucking back.
Yeah, well, all right, that's a fair point. Again, my argument being is how the hell are you supposed to survive that on a motorbike? I mean, honestly,
Well, it
just
clearly
literally
wasn't.
blast.
It's because it wasn't double chocolate chip day.
Ah, that would be a bloody good reason. Oh my god, could you imagine that? That is actually the truck they should provide deliver the ice cream to Nancy Pelosi with. If that doesn't give her a heart attack, I don't know what will.
Oh,
Possibly give a heart attack to the creature driving the truck when he sees her. 50-50.
I just realized something, and
What?
I actually almost keyword almost feel bad for saying this.
Okay.
The next Twisted Metal game, yes, you might have your ice cream truck or your mortar El Camino, but your unlockable secret character is going to be a C-17 full of refugees being flown by Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, what? When you say refugees, you mean bombs as she drops them off the side to try and hit people? Is that what you're saying?
As long as they hit the ground and do damage, it doesn't really matter.
Dude, when a person hits the ground, they explode. Of course they do damage.
As long as they're wearing the proper belt.
Really?
That's your special move.
Okay, you're weird. I'll admit it. And no, Lazo, he hasn't lost his shit yet. Today's a calm, weird, talking nice things day. We're not here to cause trouble, are we, Doku? We're just two happy-go-lucky chappies having a natter.
Wait, was I supposed to lose my shit?
Apparently.
I'm just talking about Nancy Pelosi dropping
Refugees.
they're dying for their god. It's fine.
Allahu Akbar! Splat. Allahu Akbar! Splat. Oh, you know what? There's the sound effect straight away. Oh my god, we're actually making this.
Oh, the special move is just got to be turning up the engine. It sucks you in like a vacuum cleaner.
Ew. Just ew. What is wrong with you, man? I like the idea though. But
Hey,
what is wrong with you?
I was talking about the engine on the airplane, not Nancy Pelosi's nether regions.
Oh, okay. That's actually feels a damn sight safer.
I mean,
Okay.
it both equally. Well, actually, no. The engines on the airplane would be
Yeah.
much better of fate.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, you'll probably get drunk within the first 2 or 3 seconds of being between the legs. So, at least you'll have a decent buzz before you get shredded.
Right. It doesn't matter how much alcohol you've had. There's no hope that that is a pleasant experience. Come on. Be honest.
It probably smells like cheap vodka and margaritas.
Ew. That's not an image I really need, dude. Yes, Chris, I agree. Yikes is absolutely correct, mate.
Hey, to be fair, your tongue will be shredded before you have a chance to taste the fermented salt.
I'm hoping to be dead before that happened, but in all fairness, it is actually, and I know a lot of people can have a hard time believing this. There is something worse than Nancy Pelosi. Lori Lightfoot,
Oh,
the Walking Dead.
Now see,
come on.
That just smells like moldy mushrooms.
Actually, talking about mushrooms, you got to admit the concept of the absolute stoner hotels that MC was talking about. I love that concept. Go on holiday and get wrecked with LSD mushrooms, and they're part of the actual trip. Oh, you know what? I really wish I could have that sort of thing now. I really do. That would be awesome. And Chris, stop talking about a crutch, mate. We know it's dark.
It's not just dark. It's fermented. And probably alcoholic.
Yeah, well. Like I said, I'm still waiting for you to beat Lori Lightfoot. I don't think you can. In all fairness, I do like the idea of mentioning that you want to beat Lori Lightfoot. Beat her, whip her, treat her like Goidcoin.
No, Goidcoin has value. Don't insult Goidcoin like that.
Okay, apologies to our sponsor. Oh, you noticed MC's used that a couple of times as well now.
Hey, yeah. Goidcoin is a valuable asset.
I agree. Hey, it stops the apocalypse, and, ladies and gentlemen, it will keep Afghanistan from invading. I can prove this. It hasn't invaded yet, and that's because we have Goidcoin.
Although, if I really wanted to one up you on left eye looking right, right eye looking left, mayor of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There is the mayor of DC.
I can't say I've actually seen that. How bad?
Mayor Bowser?
Nope. Can't say I've seen a picture, mate. Sorry, it's different country. I don't know them that well. I've pretty much run out of people I know, apart from Whitmer of Michigan. I know that one as well, but that's pretty much I'm done. And Chris, are you ready, mate? Lori Lightfoot, Lori Lightfoot, Lori. Ah!
Nope. Well, that's how the stream comes to an abrupt end.
Yeah. There's a horrible mental image. Oh.
And it was brought to you by the Chicago Police Department.
Jacob, he's not talking about his fanaticism for furries. We know that that's your thing, not his. He doesn't do furries. He does weird spiky things. That's the weird part. And don't you dare say you don't, Mr. Ramming Spike.
Oh, they're spiky though. They're not furry.
Exactly.
Furries are weird. Furries do weird things.
Talking about weird furries, how are you, Jacob, mate? You alright?
This took a strange direction.
This is what happens when we're left to just talk random bullshit. Let's be fair. Okay.
I wish I had a rebuttal to that, but
you don't. There is no rebuttal to this. The two of us are just talking random crap for the fun factor of it. Why not? Okay. Just relax, dude. It's got to be easier if you just relax.
And that's what Lori told me before. Suddenly, I realized she had 4 balls, and never mind.
No.
PTSD. Yeah, just
yeah. Which one's scarier? I still say it's Lori Lightfoot, mate. I really do. But hey, I'm willing to listen to other people.
She has like 360-degree vision naturally. Of course, she's scary.
Do you know that creature still reckons that people are saying it because of racism and sexism?
Yeah. You know, we said we weren't going to get on politics, but let's just dip a toe into the political commentary realm for a moment.
Leap splash. Yeah.
And Lori, no one cares about the color of your skin. No one cares about the fact that you go home to a white woman.
No.
No one cares about the fact that you're even the mayor of Chicago, aside from the fact that you're an absolute failure. What people care about, primarily, is that you have the audacity to go on camera and address the nation and your city that has an atrocious crime rate.
Oh, yeah.
And talk about defunding the police while you hire the police to defend your own home from the same leftists, BLM Antifa, that are trying to riot in front of your home. And then they go around and burn the rest of your city. They don't like you because you're a hypocrite. Yeah. And then the fact that you try to deflect because they don't like me because I'm a woman. They don't like me because I'm black. They don't like me because I'm a lesbian. No, none of that matters to us. The fact that you try to use that as a shield is the reason that even the left is looking at you and calling you an absolute hypocrite and a disgrace. That's what people don't like about you.
Thing, Doku. Something you said leaves me a bit of confusion. That's a woman?
We are being led to believe. It's still a matter of debate.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. In my country, we have a potato in charge. In their country, they've got basically something from The Walking Dead.
Actually,
no yeah,
something that didn't come up on MC show, and I was kind of surprised.
Cool.
Apparently, your country, and if I'm wrong about this, It's somebody let me know, drag me through the dirt, yada yada. But
You enjoy it. Go on.
according to what I heard,
Mm-hmm.
it seems that your parliament has actually found Joe Biden in contempt of his handling of the Afghan situation.
I have heard that we are rather unhappy with him. I didn't know it was actually full on contempt, and personally, I agree.
I, the article I saw was from thesun.co.uk.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
I'm going to guess this is actually credible. And I have not, bear in mind, don't drag me too hard if I'm wrong about this. I'm just saying what I saw. But yeah, apparently the UK Parliament found Joe Biden in contempt of his handling of the Afghanistan withdrawal situation. Which, to be blunt, I don't blame them because
That's probably the nicest thing we could say about it. Let's be fair.
you guys sent in one of your special forces groups to get your own soldiers out along with civilians because the United States, under the command of Joe Double Chocolate Chip Biden, was
Mhm.
too incompetent. Hey, I mean, to be blunt, we can't even get our own citizens out. So it's a damn good thing you didn't wait on us because you'd be waiting for a minute. I have a feeling.
Hey, I suppose we could always offer to help. Oh, good God, could you imagine how embarrassing that would be?
You
No,
know, at
actually, I
this,
take it back. There is worse.
we would
Imagine,
accept it. The
yeah.
majority of us would probably accept that help because, again, Joe Biden wants to go back to Delaware because he just can't seem to get a good night's rest.
Oh, you did hear about that. Yeah, me too. He needs
And
to go to bed early.
uh,
Oh.
I just can't get a good night's rest, man. You know, there's all this stress about being like the president of the thing, and there's like the stuff going on the place, and
Mm,
the international pressure is just getting to me. I gotta go
I
back home.
understand. Yeah. And yes, I also heard the same, Chris. In all fairness, it still kills me that instead of talking to your cough ruling council, they spoke to Nancy Pelosi as the only person that actually knew what the hell was going on. What
Oh,
is wrong with this picture? Okay.
you heard what Pelosi's response was, didn't you?
Did she laugh for about half an hour?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
No, it was spoiler warning. Orange Man bad. Yep. Let's not look at Biden or Kamala or you know the House or the Senate. Let's not look at the Democrats who currently hold power. Nope, Orange Man bad. That's our excuse. That's what we're going with.
Really?
We're we're gonna blame the people who don't hold majority power.
Hmm.
Yes, this is
Hey,
this is
Falcon.
literally the only excuse they have. I know we said we weren't going to get into politics, but lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah, it's what we're good at. Let's deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So a guy who's not been in power for basically over 6 months is still getting the blame for shit, even though the guy who was in power and now isn't, again, for over 6 months, actually had a plan to get all these people out for no difficulty. And the guy who is in power for over said 6 months cancelled the plan created by the guy who is not in power and then did bugger all about it. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, just checking. I didn't want to make any mistakes, I'm trying to keep neutral here. After all, I'm English, therefore, I'm not part of this absolute Dog and pony show. Oh, come on, I had to.
I know, but damn. But it is actually slightly worse.
Oh God.
It's not just that the current commander in chief ignored the plan put in place by the former commander in chief.
Mm-hmm.
He also ignored the suggestions of his own National Security Council. Even they were saying, yeah, don't do this.
Yeah.
And nope. Nope, he's got to do it. It's like don't do this. Nah, I'm just gonna do it, man. I want to go get my pudding cup. Just just pull him out, man. Come on. Yeah, it'll only take like 4 or 5 days, man. Come on, we're the United States. I'm Joe Biden. I'm Joe Biden's husband. I'm Joe Biden's wife. Yeah, show them true international pressure.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All right, they can't do more push-ups than us.
The worst thing is, see, you're sitting here making these comments in jest. They're not wrong. That's the disturbing part of this. Okay, it's like now I'm hoping to God that this isn't true. I'll be blunt, but I've heard rumors that it is. But apparently, he's actually, as in Biden, has actually said, "Yeah, but that was 5 days ago. Don't worry about it." Is this actually true? Oh God, it's true, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh God, I was hoping it was just people playing silly buggers having a go at him.
Nope.
Oh Lord.
Yep, he was asked in a CNN interview about people falling from the landing gear of a C-17 military transport airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And when asked about it, he said, that was like 4 or 5 days ago. At the time of the interview, it was 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. He didn't even. Oh Jesus, he didn't even get the right amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's your commander in chief, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, no more mean tweets, right?
I've done my best, since all this happened, to really feel bad for you guys, but I no longer can. America, in its infinite genius, apparently voted for that creature. How am I supposed to feel sorry for you, honestly?
Jensen, I already told you how I feel about the situation. First off, I want to address the chat. Yeah, Sean, he did look pissed when he got asked that question. It's almost like Joe Biden isn't used to the propaganda. Sorry, I mean the media actually asking him tough questions and not about what flavor of ice cream it is this week. But yeah, he did get pissed, and he got pissed because, well, Joe Biden is used to people running cover for him because he's not fit for the office.
Fair. And if I may, for a moment, Sean, I'm not actually going to laugh at you as much as part of me really wants to. I genuinely feel bad for you guys. Hey, Chewy. You took that voice over the office. Yeah, no, I believe that. It's strange enough. That is the sort of line I would expect from your president.
This is the thing that I actually find most disturbing. All jokes aside,
Mm-hmm.
looking at what this administration has done, we're not even a year in.
Yeah.
And Look at their track record. And we're at the point where they're still trying to point the finger and say, but look at all the MAGA terrorists and Orange Man bad and this and that. You're the ones in power. You have the House, the Senate, and the White House. And you're still trying to cover up your graceful failures. Because disgraceful.
That's better.
Yeah. Disgraceful failures because Orange Man bad. You want to know the funny part about this one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the first year of the Trump presidency and look at what Trump was touting. We have the best economic numbers. We have the best economic numbers amongst women, Black, Hispanic. We're getting the border situation under control. We're scaling down war in the Middle East. We've destroyed ISIS. Look at the first year of the Biden presidency. Don't. Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. That was Trump's plan. It wasn't even Trump's plan. You ignored it, and then you ignored the one that was given to you by your own freaking National Security Council. But we passed an omnibus spending bill. Yeah, one that's going to put $3.5 trillion into the market when you already have freaking 5.4% fucking inflation. Really? Really? That's the best thing they could possibly say. We just passed this infrastructure bill. Yeah, worth like what, 1.1, 1.2 trillion dollars. Hasn't even hit the fucking economy yet. When you have M2, like look at M2, velocity of money. Massive fucking inflation, massive amounts of we're not going to tax anybody, but yet you are. You're actually taxing people. That's what nobody wants to talk about. They're actually taxing the middle class. We're not going to tax you if you make less than $400,000. Yes, you are. Do you pay for gasoline? Do you pay for food? I'm not even talking about inflation. Those taxes are increasing. Yeah. Guess what? It's got to get worse. It's going to get a lot fucking worse. And mark my fucking words on this one. The velocity of money, specifically M2. You have a 50-50 ratio of loans to savings. Normally, you want to see banks loaning more money than people putting money back in savings. The reason you want to see that is because you want to see money flowing out and into the economy, not being, just sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. For a very specific reason. When you inject a lot of money into the economy, that money that's sitting on the sidelines, that's doing nothing, while you still are having an inflationary environment, especially when you have a government that doesn't seem to understand economics whatsoever. Well, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to see inflation, especially in the securities market, the financial markets. That's going to result in capital gains taxes. Guess what? That's going to result in businesses not reinvesting into businesses because it's not profitable. The other thing that's going to happen, if they can't tax the money out of the system, because they won't be able to do it through interest rates. If the banks aren't lending out money, doesn't matter how high the interest rates go up. That's why the 50-50 loan to deposit rate is a concern. What they're going to start doing is they're going to start taxing your fucking savings account and your 401k. Mark my words. If lending does not increase and savings continue to increase, they will start taxing your savings. Yeah. It will happen.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
I would like to say something based on what Wookie was saying. Use a correct name there. We're saying that they're doing all these bad things. He may well be right. Maybe they're not doing bad things, just bad for the country. this may be what they're actually trying to do, which is cause shit to collapse. They're actually targeting it and crossing over with what Sean said. They're trying to make communism attractive to the Americans. It kind of makes you think maybe they're both right.
Well, that's the thing. They actually might be trying to collapse the US dollar because, to be blunt, it's not sustainable. That we have too much debt.
Yeah.
There's only two options going forward here. Either A, you tax the ever living crap out of everyone, but guess what? Once you tax people to a certain level, they can't afford to sustain themselves. You just lost your working class. You're done. Like, boom, end of story. Why do you think they call it the Build Back Better or the Great Reset? However you want to look at it.
Yeah.
What would make more sense is that they're trying to shift over to a different way of measuring value and productivity that doesn't involve the US dollar, which is why, oddly enough, they're actually not going after crypto in the way that you think they would be. It's because they want to use it. They don't want the dollar anymore. They want to shift over to like a Fed coin or a digital dollar, which, yeah, spoiler warning, the dollar's already fucking digital.
No, you're not wrong, mate. I think, honest, you're not wrong. And I agree with you, Sean. They support the fascist Antifa and support the Marxist in BLM. And this is supposed to make your country better somehow. Look, okay, I'm just going to say it because I know I'm not going to get liked for this comment. I realize this. And in all fairness, I'm sorry that it is happening. I really am. But your country is going to go down the freaking drain based on the amount of money that's been kicked out, whereas the rest of the world hasn't done this. I hope you notice this, okay? I can only do this based on England, obviously, but we have not been handed out money left, right, and bloody centre. So the pound has not been devalued. The dollar has. What the hell is going to happen to you guys? I mean, put it bluntly, are we going to have to come in and, help?
Oh, again,
That's worrying to me.
There's only two ways to deal with this. And this is going off of modern monetary theory. It's not something I like. It's not something I subscribe to. I think it's an absolute garbage theory, but it's the one that we have in place right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can print a ton of money to try to prevent a boom and bust cycle that's, well, what we would call the natural business cycle. Things go up, people take profits, things go down, people buy cheap, et cetera, et cetera. This goes on.
Yeah.
But to avoid that downturn, as soon as things start going down, you inject a bunch of liquidity into the market, in this case, the Fed printing money, and it props things up. And you do this over and over and over and over and over again, and it develops a bubble. And then eventually, you can't print money anymore. That bubble bursts, and things come crashing down. And when they do, all that money you printed doesn't matter. The value of everything, whether you're talking about corn, gold, well, gold and silver usually do well, but corn, stocks, real estate value, the value of your car, all that, it goes down. So the amount of money you printed doesn't fucking matter. Except for the fact that you still have all those dollars out there. Normally how this would work is when you hit that bust and the bubble goes bust, you would slowly start raising interest rates and start pulling money out of the economy to try to put inflation back in place and start building things back up. Except the Fed never followed through on that last aspect of things. So rather than pulling money out of the economy when money was cheap, They actually went with a loose money policy because, lo and behold, the government wants to continue to spend.
Really? I'm shocked.
Yeah, so what ends up happening is the consumer markets, the retail investors, and everybody else, yeah, you get completely screwed over because your 401k just got wiped in half. But the government needs to spend money, so we're not going to raise interest rates, but we are going to raise your taxes. So we're going to suck money out of the actual economy, money that people like me and you would have to fund the government spending whatever pet project it is that the government wants to spend money on. And if that isn't enough, the Fed just prints more money, which doubly screws you over. Our fiscal system is so backwards. I can't even begin to describe how horrible it is. It actually, as someone who is an investor, and I'll just say I'm an armchair economist. I find it disgusting. It's absolutely fucking abhorrent to me that
I will have a question for you at the end of your thing, but carry on.
You have individuals who are sitting in a position of power who can control the fiscal budget, who will spend money completely recklessly, money they don't have, but they can just print because they know the Federal Reserve will print it. And if they can't do that, they'll tax it away from you. If it's a really good day, they'll do both. They will siphon money from the middle class. They'll put the poor on the government dollar because they can print dollars, and then they'll print more dollars to spend money on shit that they don't need, that they can't afford, and keep interest rates at pretty much zero because, well, we can, because we're the reserve currency. And oh, by the way, it screws the rest of the world over as well because we're the reserve currency. And they expect no repercussion from this. That's not how economics works. There will come a point in time where either A, you will tax the middle class into poverty, which is already happening right now. You don't believe me? Go look at the price of bacon. Go look at the price of eggs. Go look at the price of milk. I mean, most people would say go look at the price of gasoline. Gasoline still largely driven by futures traders. I'm an oil trader. I would know. Don't look at the price of gasoline. Go look at the price of eggs and bacon and bread and butter. That will tell you how incredibly screwed we are right now. Gasoline fluctuates. It's volatile. Futures drive that much more significantly than something like eggs or bread. We're at a point in time where it's not even just the price of eggs or bread. The damage done to the supply chain, a lot of stores in a lot of areas can't even stock eggs and bread. And this happened in 6 months. It wasn't due to all the money that was printed. It was due to the damage that was done to the supply chain and the inability to keep it going. The supply chain was done. And as soon as we started to open back up, is right around the time Donald Trump left office. And as soon as Joe Biden came back in, look at what the hell happened to prices. Prices didn't go up because Trump printed a lot of money. Now, don't get me wrong, the stimulus check idea, terrible, horrible idea. But there wasn't any other option because a bunch of Democrat governors and mayors shut down their damn states, and Trump wasn't willing to be an authoritarian and tell them, screw you, martial law, open the fuck back up, which was a failure on his part. He should have done that, but he didn't. Because, surprise, spoiler warning, shock, Trump actually wasn't a fucking dictator. So what happened? The economy came to a screeching halt. And they can't get it started again. And the only solution was, well, we can't have people getting evicted in mass. They still have to pay for food. I guess we'll give them stimulus checks because there's no other option. So now, with that being literally the method of last resort, a bunch of people said, okay, cool, I can pay my bills. A bunch of other people who didn't need those stimulus checks, myself included. Well, what am I going to do with this? All right, fine, fuck it, I'll invest it. I'm not going to take out a loan from the bank. Well, guess what? That money is now sitting on the sidelines. So you can't get rid of it because you can't tax my savings. You can't tax M1 or M2. My money's invested. So until I decide to sell my investments, you can't tax it. Oh, by the way, what are you going to do? You're going to increase interest rates? Guess what? You're not going to be able to pull my money out either because it's not invested in property. It's invested in securities. I wonder what this does to the economy at large. Let me think real quick for all the modern monetary theory dumbasses out there. Your economy hits a point where it's hyperinflated, but it's weak because you don't have an actual working real economy and the CPI is going through the fucking roof while at the same time you're not producing anything. And what you are producing is so overpriced, people can't afford to buy it because wages can't keep up because you injected a shit ton of money into the economy. It's a really basic supply-demand issue, but these idiots can't seem to figure it out. And Joe Biden's answer is, oh, let's print $1.2 trillion and go to infrastructure. Yes, that's going to help. It's going to make the problem 10 times fucking worse. You're going to tax the middle class into poverty. You're going to put everyone on fucking welfare. And the rich, guess what? The ones who own the fucking companies that are going to be building your fucking roads and bridges are only going to get richer. And you're not going to be able to tax them because guess what? They move their money overseas or they make charitable donations. They look at Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He spells it out really fucking clear for everyone. You separate your money from your personal finances and you make a business. You make an LLC. You make a corporation. You invest in the business. You make a charitable donation. You take a loss. That's how you don't pay taxes. Or, here's the real hint. You use the money you have to fund a company and then you take out a loan because the government subsidizes debt. So, hey, I have 500 million. I'm going to use 500 million to open a business. But then to fund my business, I take out $1 billion. Well, I'm 500 million in debt. You think you're going to pay any taxes? No, you're not. What you do is you take that extra 500 million that you shouldn't have and you reinvest it, and then you take out another 1 billion. And you keep doing that over and over and over again, and then you pay yourself a fucking paycheck. That's how the rich get richer. People don't fucking realize how this shit works. It's about time they started fucking looking into how it works.
Okay, my question time. Are you ready? How do we fix this? I mean, we've identified what's wrong. We've identified the total shit show that's going on. We've identified the fact that who is doing all this. Now, what do we do to fix it?
Oh, that's a complicated question.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be easy. But look, it's quite obvious that this world is going to shit in a handbasket really, really quickly. But I'm hoping against hope that there is still something that can be done. And I think that if somehow we actually get our thumbs out of our collective jackses, that being arses for you Americans, then we can actually do something about this. But the question is, what do you do? Or do you actually believe, and you are far more the expert in this than I am, do you actually think we've gone too far?
Hmm.
And you may well be right, Wookie. This may well be their plan. But the point is, I'm not saying what does the government do. I'm saying what do the people do. You look after yourself, geezer. Look, I'll see you, mate. Bye bye. Go on in. Impress me. How do we fix this? You know my version involves burning it all down, starting again. But that's my answer to most things. So I don't think that is actually going to help in this situation. If you actually think about it, I'm sorry to say, I really don't. But
your solution, just to be blunt, keeps the rich rich, keeps the middle class screwed, and keeps the poor poor. It wouldn't change anything, actually.
fair. I like Chris's idea. You most of the world's government into the sun and start again.
So I'll actually give this some serious thought.
Yeah.
I know this was supposed to be a bullshit stream, but it's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this. A lot of people are like, "Oh, the world's going. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong." No one seems to be asking the most important question: how do we? I mean, all right. I'm not. Do you know what? Maybe I'm going for too much with hoping. How do we fix it? How do we stop it? I'm actually okay with just stopping this shit show. We'll go on to fixing later. I just don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what people can do. To be completely honest.
Like I said, it's a complicated question, but the thing is, there's nothing one person can do. And if you
No.
think that is the case, I hate to break it to you, you're wrong. Because it is a cultural problem. It is a mindset that is the fundamental issue going on here. You can't have people running around thinking, well, I can take out 40, 50, $60,000 in student loan debt, pay my car off with a fucking credit card, and pay 5% interest, and everything will be fine. You'll end up fucking 80 years old, and you won't have a dime to your name because, well, there just won't be anything left. And that is kind of the direction we're headed in, because people fundamentally don't understand how finances and fiscal responsibility works. I know we were talking about this earlier this morning, but it's like, oh, I don't have money to do this. If you have $10, $20, $30, you can start.
Yeah.
And of course, the first thing you start doing is you pay off your debt, and you do everything you can. You start with the highest interest rate, pay off that debt, move on to the next one, pay off that debt. If you can be debt free, that's goal number one. Being debt free, trust me, I'm debt free. It's an amazing thing. Hey, that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12% interest I would be paying to somebody else simply for loaning me money back at some point in time in the past that I get to keep and do with as I please. Yeah, that is a nice thing. It's liberating. It's money that is in my pocket and not in the pocket of somebody else. That's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
The problem is we live in a society that is so incredibly focused on, well, I need to have a Gucci purse. I need to drive a Porsche. I need to have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath fucking house, even though I live alone and single. No, you don't. Hey, we're so caught up on this fucking status, and I need to be this and this and that. I guarantee you, the majority of the people that are running around with 4 or 5 bedroom houses, driving fucking Porsches, and take my word for it, I live in a neighborhood where Maseratis are daily drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people that live around here, all that shit is on loan. They owe money on it and they're paying interest on it because they're idiots. You would be shocked at the amount of people I see who have to sell their homes, sell their cars, simply because they can't make a fucking interest payment because they didn't have the money to buy the shit that they are fucking flaunting around like they're fucking big dick on the fucking corner to begin with. They're dumb shits. And I talk to them on a daily fucking basis. Hey, and again, they're arrogant. They're extremely arrogant. They'll say, "Well, what do you have? I've got an Armani suit, and I'm driving a Maserati GT. I have a $1.2 million house. How many kids you got? I don't have any kids. So why do you have a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, $1.2 million house? Well, that's none of your business. Okay, what's your interest payment on your Maserati? That's none of your business. So you don't own it outright. It's none of your business. So you don't own it outright. So then why are you spending $2,000 on a fucking suit when you don't need to?
Mm-hmm.
What's none of your business? Uh-huh. So how much is your stock portfolio worth? I invest with so and so. But how much is your stock portfolio worth? Oh, you don't even fucking know. Now, how much do you pay the person who manages your stocks for you?
Yeah.
You don't even know that either. That's why you go fucking bankrupt. Because you don't know the fucking value of money. Because you're a fucking idiot. That's where you start. These people go out and get a ridiculous fucking degree that means absolutely fucking nothing. They pay ridiculous amounts of money for shit they can't afford, shit they don't need. I mean, it's Fight Club fucking called this. You're spending money you don't have for shit you don't need to impress people you don't like.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem.
One sec. From Carl. Maserati is only a daily drive if you have 7 of them. So you can have one to drive each day while the others are in the shop being repaired.
3.5, so 4. But it's not wrong. Dude, they're crap cars for what you pay for them. Like, they're absolute shit. And I've driven them. I've driven them. Like, I have driven them.
What's wrong with them? I mean, I don't know bugger all about cars, but what is so bad about them?
They're over-engineered.
Oh, okay. All right, you've answered it with that. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Saying that tells me everything I need to know.
They're like Mercedes. And BMWs are bad, but Mercedes are worse. Maseratis are like Mercedes. They're over-engineered. They break down for the dumbest of reasons, and they're extremely expensive to repair. And it might be something as simple as just, a circuit goes out and a light comes on. But it's like $1,000 to fucking fix a damn freaking circuit. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. They're just stupidly over-engineered.
Next thing I want to say is this, okay? And I'd like to it noted that I'm only 34, but my next comment is going to make me sound absolutely ancient. Whatever happened to basic cars that had basic internal combustion engines and didn't need all of this electronics? Do you remember those?
Dude, why do you think I want a 1970s Hemi Cuda with a 446 pack in Sublime Green? Wait, I want an analog car. I don't want a car that has to rely on electronics and sensors. I want a car that I can, worst case scenario, push up a hill, jump in the seat, put it in neutral, and then tap the gas and pop the clutch and get it going. Like, I don't want anything that's run on fucking electronics. Like, give me a 1970s CUDA. I'll be happy.
There we go, again from Carl. Name a single Italian car that does not have a randomly burst into flames feature.
Well,
you notice the pause. You notice him trying to think of one. Notice him not succeeding.
I will get back to you at some point in the very distant future.
You mean when one stops bursting on fire? Yeah, okay, we get you. We get you. Oh, dear.
And yes, Chris, you're right. Few mechanics can work on a carburetor anymore. But the problem is, carburetors aren't that difficult to work on. It could take you an afternoon just to figure. Carburetors aren't a difficult piece of machinery. Hey, I don't understand why. If I can pull apart a fucking drive-by wire throttle body, an intake manifold on a fucking Civic Si K20 engine with direct injection, and I can change out everything to put that thing from the standard 197, because America is garbage, to 240 just by changing out the fucking fuel injectors and putting a 17 millimeter throttle body in it, and then boring out the fucking intake manifold and the throttle body, and putting in a ram intake. If I can do that in a day with absolutely no fucking experience, there is no fucking excuse that somebody can't figure out how to rip down a carburetor and rebuild it in a fucking day or two.
Mm-hmm. You know, 90% of fixing, especially the old cars, you can actually just watch YouTube and get all the information you need. You know that, right?
That's part of what I did. Again, all the information. This is what I was having this conversation. This is what annoys me. It goes like, "Oh, you have to go to school and do this and that." I have learned almost fucking everything I know how to do, not because I listened to some fucking pompous ass fucking professor, but because I took the fucking time to do it myself. Because I have this wonderful thing called the internet. I can figure it out my damn self. The only thing I have to do is put in the fucking work and effort. Yeah. That's it. I that's all I have to do is just, hey, I don't know how to make a beef Wellington. Let me fucking pull up a YouTube video. Oh, that's how I make a beef Wellington. I don't know how to fucking change out the fucking throttle body on a fucking K20 Z3. Well, let me pull up a YouTube video. I can figure out how to do that shit simply because I have this wonderful thing called a smartphone.
Yeah.
And I don't need to spend 10, 20, 30, 60, 70, $80,000. Oh, I want to do this wonderful thing called investing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to go to fucking school to figure out this is why I should spend my money this way? No, I don't. I can figure it out because I can learn what this means, what this means, what this means. Hey, maybe instead of spending $20,000, $30,000 going to college to get knowledge that I don't need because it's, fucking free on the internet, I'll take that $20,000, $30,000 and fucking invest it instead. And if I lose it, guess what? I was gonna lose it anyways because I would be spending it on fucking college.
This is true.
So, that $20,000, I might lose all of it. But maybe, just maybe, hear me out here. Crazy fucking concept. Maybe I actually spend the time to fucking, pay attention to what I'm doing and actually invest that $20,000, and I actually make money off of it. And that $20,000 now becomes 25, then it becomes 30, then it becomes 37, then it becomes 42, then it becomes 50. It's almost like that 4 years I could have spent going to college that would have landed me at $50,000 in debt now has me at $50,000 in profit. It's almost like I don't need a fucking pompous ass teacher telling me, well, you have to do this, you have to do that. This is the way you think. The last time I actually took a fucking class, because I had to, was actually an economics class. And my fucking instructor didn't even know what an ETF was. I had to explain it to him.
Dude, you're saying that's bad, yeah? Don't get me wrong, that's pretty bad. But try this. I actually went to a doctor, medical doctor. They actually had to look up on the internet. Yes, they literally Google searched it. I could have done a fucking Google search.
Well,
and the doctor who spent X thousand being said doctor just looked it up on the internet. Just wow.
you need a new doctor.
I mean, over here we have these things called locums. They're basically they call them in to help out when the proper doctors aren't around. Basically assistant doctors. It's probably an appropriate term. But yeah, this person who is a GP, a general practitioner, looked it up on Google.
I
don't know what to say, dear.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what to say to that one. That would actually worry me. It's not a good sign when anyone who should be entrusted with your health is Googling things.
Yeah. I actually caught the dude looking it up on Google. I only recognized it because it was one of those times when Google was really being flashy. So I saw it flashing off of his glasses, and I've glanced around and gone, "You're looking this up?" No. Yeah. No. This is why social medical care really can be quite bad, people. Just saying. English, I'm kind of used to the old social medical care, but doctors that look shit up on the internet. Just enjoy that mental image.
Yeah. that it
Yeah. There's not much you can say. There really isn't.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
No.
that should be a cause for concern.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right there, Sean. Must have specialised in gender studies instead of actual medicine. I believe that completely. When you catch your doctor doing that, honestly, well, look, I've actually said this to people a few times. Okay, I suffer from depression. I don't mind saying this. I don't only care, but I do. One time I've gone in and I've been talking to the doctor about it, and the doctor, I don't know if I've actually told you about this, Doku, so seriously, mate, take a drink now. You're going to need it. Okay?
For the record, I also suffer from depression as well. I have pretty much for the majority of my life, and my coping mechanism is to not give a fucking drink. So, cheers.
Okay, brace yourself, mate. Let me know when you're ready, because this is one of those moments where you would spray your drink. Okay?
This is going to be bad, isn't it?
It's going to be really bad.
Okay,
in fact, take a second. Take as in a second drink, because again, it is that bad. Okay, especially if you understand depression, as you obviously do.
All right, give me a moment. Let me take a swig.
Okay. By the way, people, no, I'm not joking. This actually happened to me. I don't actually know what to say, apart from I did indicate that the doctor that said this to me was fucking useless. Ooh, unlucky, dude. Yeah, strokes are less than fun, aren't they? You ready, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard that, but
Yep. What was that?
that was okay. No, the cat is fine. His head is
Good.
not stuck in a box. Bevo, can you
Okay.
kindly calm the fuck down, please?
It's a cat. The answer is no. Okay.
Cat's gonna cat. But yep,
Yeah.
go ahead, dude.
Right. I was going through a pretty bad depressive moment. And so I've gone in, I've explained this. I thought, the doctor, it's their job to help, etc., etc. By the way, you are so right there, dude. Unfortunately, it was definitely one of the bad ones. I blacked out for about 3 days. And let's just say when I eventually went to hospital, they went mental because of how long I took. But back to this. I told the doctor about it. They've looked at me and with a completely blank expression. So it wasn't that they were joking or trolling or anything like that. They turned around and said, "Have you considered clapping 30 times to make yourself feel better?"
What?
If you clap your hands 30 times a day, it will make you feel better.
If I punch an overpaid cunt in the balls 30 times a day, it would probably make me feel better too.
Yeah. So I was going through a really bad time. I'm not saying it involved bladed objects, but it did. And apparently clapping my hands 30 times will help.
And I stand by my statement. Punching you in the balls 30 times a day would probably help more.
Yeah. Though that borderline's probably one of the more intelligent things that one of these idiots said. Yes, you heard me.
How is that one of them?
Yep, no, you asked. As you know, I've had a few issues with my heart, and they cracked open my chest, cut it down the center, ripped it open, sealed it back up. So this is all internal stuff. You got that? It's the chest bone. Any question about the chest bone? Is there anything you're confused at this point?
I grew up in a medical family, so I actually know the procedure you're talking about.
Excellent. Well, I was pointing out that I was having a lot of chest pain and it felt like I was having a heart attack, but on the other side of the chest. It was really hurting. Any questions so far? Do you understand all these words?
No questions?
Put some topical cream on it, that should fix it. Anything?
Did I mention I grew up in a medical family?
You did mention this, yes. Oh, you mean you agree that that would have helped me with my internals putting cream on the outside? Oh, I totally understand. Yeah.
I am going to
Fly over and kill the
very,
doctor.
very calmly take
Mm-hmm.
a drink
Mm-hmm. I did
and
say, didn't I?
and try to not be distracted because I am sharing the seat with a cat and he cannot. He is getting annoyed because he can't figure out how he can get his fucking 19-pound ass to sit on this chair, and I'm not moving.
Fair. Yeah, so this is what happens when you get doctors over here. They apparently, when they go in and actually get their certificate, they have their brain removed. It's the only explanation I can possibly have for something that fucking stupid. Because I actually turned around to the doctor and said, "I'm sorry, you want me to put what?" "Yes, just put some topical cream on, see how that feels." It's the bone inside. Oh no, I know, but just put some topical cream on. That'll be fine. I mean, I know they say take 2 pills and see me in the morning, but Jesus Christ!
So I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Just so all the information is clear.
Yes,
I know how this procedure is performed. So
yes,
they cracked the breastbone
yes,
so they could access your heart.
yes.
And they perform surgery on the heart.
They did. I would even say,
And
I would even let you know they removed one of the valves and replaced it. There you go. Just so you are as up to date as I can make it. You now know what I know.
okay, and then the breastbone, I forget the name of the procedure, but it's essentially they fuse it back together. They set
Yes.
it. Yeah, so
Yes.
they set the breastbone back in place and then stitch you back up and then let everything heal.
Yes.
And you're complaining about chest pains.
Yes. It genuinely feels that there is a fat person sitting on the right hand side of my chest. It's that kind of
So
heavy feeling.
so this would likely be due to swelling from the heart or swelling around the breastplate or the breastbone or the muscle around the breastbone from the healing process, which, spoiler warning, a topical cream is not going to fucking help.
Yeah.
It, yeah. If it was, I don't know, an itch, uh, maybe inflammation on the upper level of the skin,
Hmm.
yeah, okay, maybe a topical cream would help. But if you're feeling pressure inside your chest,
Yes.
especially underneath the breastbone,
Yes.
that, well, worst case scenario, it means that the healing process of the surgery when it comes to your heart is not going well. Your heart is probably inflamed. It's probably putting pressure against the breastbone.
Wouldn't
And
surprise me. I do have. I will also, for full transparency, I do also have quite a bit of difficulty breathing deeply. I pant more than I breathe.
then that actually definitely probably means your heart was inflamed, and it's probably because you're not healing properly. That means you need antibiotics, not a fucking topical cream.
Hmm.
I'm not even a fucking doctor, but I come from a medical family and I know how to diagnose this type of shit because guess what? It the human body does, for all of its intricacies,
Hmm.
is really not that complicated of a machine. If you have pressure, you'll know it. You can feel it. You know what it feels like, especially if you've been through it. What it sounds like you're describing is that you went through surgery,
Hmm.
you it, your heart was not, I'm not going to say it wasn't healing properly, but you're probably suffering from inflammation. There's probably pressure from the heart being put on the breastbone and also other internal organs because, despite popular belief, our organs are kind of tightly packed inside of our chest cavity.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of wiggle room in there. So if one organ becomes inflamed, yeah, you fucking feel that shit. It ain't fun.
No.
I speak from experience. It, so yeah, there's the heart was probably putting pressure on. Did you experience acid reflux
Oh
or
yeah.
any sort of digestive issues?
Acid reflux is a common thing. Most nights when I'm sleeping, I will be woke up having to gulp back bile back down.
Okay, so you're experiencing acid reflux. Were you experiencing like bowel issues or like anything like that? Like
No,
stomach.
actually, that's weirdly that's a couple of things that are actually working pretty well.
That's
My
that's
main
because
issue
there's
is
that's because there's
breathing.
pressure. That's because there's pressure being put on your stomach, and there's not the substance that's in your stomach is actually not getting into your intestines. It's coming as it's getting digested. It's coming back up through your esophagus. That's where the acid reflux is coming from.
Mhm.
That is indicative of an inflamed heart, likely due to the surgery, probably because somebody didn't fucking do it properly.
I should point out it's now a couple of years ago that the operation happened. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but when I went in, and it is basically it's coming up to 2 years ago.
Like I said, I come from a medical family. I've actually heard about a few things like this, and again, if you're having acid reflux and you're having inflammation and that type of pressure from that type of surgery, you would normally expect someone to either be having acid reflux or vomiting.
Mm-hmm.
The only other option would be extreme chest pains and coughing, and usually coughing up blood because
Oh, I did that when I actually went into hospital. And you say extreme pain. How about the fact they had to give me morphine to deal with the pain? Does that count as extreme enough for you?
yep, that's an inflamed heart.
Okay. Well, that's what I go through every day, just to let you know.
Well,
Yeah.
that would make my aunt livid. Because
Okay.
again, these are actually relatively common symptoms for someone who has had an inflamed heart, especially if they've had fucking surgery on their heart.
Yeah.
These are not even like specialist things. I know about this shit. I'm not even a fucking doctor.
Oh, yeah. You know where the clavicle is, i.e., the collarbone. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do.
That is hurting. It's hurting right now, but that hurts a lot with the pain. Does that help with it with your version of diagnosis, or is this fairly common? Interesting. Right?
That could actually be indicative of some more serious problems.
In answer to your question, Sean, I see. I go to basically a clinic where there's like 5 or 6 of them, and you just basically just cycle through the doctors periodically. So it's not so much a new doctor, it's just that the doctors they got down there have got so many people. I feel like I'm defending them, but I kind of have to. They have so many people down there, they can't really spend that much time, with someone. Though, to give you a chuckle, if you know anything about blood pressure, I did manage to get 238 at one point, which I'm quite proud of.
If your clavicle is hurting,
Yeah.
it's probably because the arteries going into your heart are actually because the heart is inflamed. The arteries are probably inflamed as well. Your heart's probably working over time, so it's probably putting pressure against the bone. Is it life threatening? Not really, but it might be something where they just have to put you on like blood pressure medication,
Mm-hmm.
which again, it's life threatening. No, should you take care of it? Probably.
Yeah. Sean, 238 was only once. Luckily, I average at about 214 to 217. So that's a damn sight less. I can be comfortable with this.
They haven't put you on blood pressure medication?
They've got me on not on 7 different pills just to keep the heart normal, including shit to help me relax and stuff to thin the blood. So probably, I don't know. I don't ask
I
anymore. They're doctors. These people are supposed to know what they're doing, and fuck it. What's the worst case scenario? I die. What a problem. Oh no.
I don't mean to pry, man. I'm just wondering because you just told me the story about the person who's, hey, your chest hurts. Here's some topical. Like, what the fuck?
Oh no, no, no. They didn't offer it to me. They said I should just go out and buy some.
Oh,
I didn't even get a prescription for this. They
well,
just said go and. Oh god, he's choke. Don't choke. Okay.
hold the fuck on.
Yeah. So
Pause the story real quick, sir.
you
Can,
misunderstood what I was saying, didn't you? Oh
yes,
god.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
Can you rewind that for me?
Yeah. No problem. Like I said, the spoke to the doctor about it, explained it as I did to you, same way. Oh, right. Well, just put some topical cream on it. I'm sorry. What? Yes, some topical cream that should deal with the problem. The painkiller in this should deal with it quite nicely. Really? Oh yes. No, I'm off now. Bye bye. It was obviously don't over here. You don't see the doctor. They do phone interviews to find out how you are because of COVID, obviously.
I
Horrified. Huh?
I
You see what I was saying about you'd spray your drink? I did. I wasn't joking, was I, mate?
well, no, yeah, no, it's not. I mean, no, you weren't. But it's not a matter of me spraying my drink. It's more of, are you fucking kidding me?
I wish I was.
Well, here's universal health care, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We can do fucking open heart surgery on you, but we can't see you in person because of COVID. So call us at this number and go buy some over the counter topical cream. Call me in the morning.
Yes. That pretty much covers exactly what was said.
Good lord, I said that facetiously, but
It wasn't facetious. It was accurate. Exactly
that's
what you
what's
said was exactly what happened.
that's what's terrifying about it is that, you know what, at that point in time I don't want the socialized medicine.
No.
And I'll be perfectly honest. I would rather die on the battlefield than deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, at least let me die a good fucking death.
A
Hey,
warrior's death. Sorry.
and I stand by that shit. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm gonna fucking die, let me die a decent manner. Let me die in a decent manner. Let me die in a decent way. Don't let me have to fucking listen to some freaking little prick ass who doesn't even have the balls to see me to my face because, oh, I got COVID. No, fuck that. I would rather die on the fucking battlefield than listen to fucking, John B. Bishop over here who can't even fucking come down from floor number 2 to fucking see me. Just when the problem could probably be solved with, some blood thinners.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Yeah. You're right there, Sean. You really are, mate. It just. Well, yeah. So, hey, now you know how much fun I have with life. Do you see why I get the moods I get, mate? Does it make sense to you now?
Dude, I don't fucking blame you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm irritated right now. Like, I'm gonna have to fucking book a plane and get a name.
I know several of your people that want to come over there, and uh, I will answer you, Chris. I've had the first part. We've got AstraZeneca for mine. I've got the. I should phone them up and get part 2, but I'm putting it off as long as I possibly can until I basically get bitch slapped into doing it. But yes,
Oh,
I am planning on getting it eventually.
tell them to go get bent and fucking French kiss a donkey. They seem to love diversity and inclusion. Tell them to
Yeah.
French kiss. Tell them to French kiss a fucking donkey and give it 2 or 3 years. If you don't have some weird fucking virus, then sure, I'll get your fucking jab.
Yeah.
It has about the same fucking success rate. We'll see what happens.
Hey, it could be Sino vaccine. You know how efficient seawater is. Because let's be fair, that is all that is. No worries, mate. I'm one of those people that's surprisingly open with this shit because I don't care about letting people know. And John, I haven't flipped out because I've told you what sort of blood pressure I have as an average. I can't let it go up. Or if I do, there will be no more me. Okay? I have to stay as chill as I can. That's one of the reasons why I try to sound flippant about things. Because that way I'm staying, air quotes, calm.
If your blood pressure was going to go up, I'm just going to ask you to get me my walk.
Hi, Sensei.
I'm sorry, Squeak One, but Squeak One is for dinner.
Yes, it's just a sacrifice. Right, we've been going for an hour and a quarter. I'm going to call it here. First of all, thank you very much for joining in, Doku, and for your opinion. That was actually very useful. One sec. Yeah, that wouldn't actually surprise me, to be completely, mate. It really wouldn't. You hear so much about the things that can go wrong with the jab. I'm surprised I'm not in a much worse condition, but hey, yeah, fair point, sir. But anyway, gentlemen, and whatever else you bloody want to call yourself, thank you very much for coming out and listening to our absolute bullshit. At least you got to hear, hey, no matter how bad things are for you guys, there is someone out there that's a little bit, well, I won't say worse, but definitely got an interesting life. So you look after yourself, everyone, and try not to die from the virus. Bye-bye, everyone.